Hello, I'm Salaya and welcome to the new episode of Soviet Republic Workers and Resources, where we are building a new society, democratic people's republic, where everybody's happy and everybody gets according to their needs. So, speaking of needs, off screen, off the record, I connected this power plant with a coal source from the aggregate storage. So, from this, I made this thing here a belt and this engine conveyor transfer, and one more here, one more here, one more here, and I brought the source of coil directly from here to the power plant because now look at this, their storage is completely full. Well, they were getting only coal from here. Their storage could not get often very full, and sometimes they didn't have coal at all, so production was often halted completely, and that created a problem for some parts of the grid. So I decided to actually connect the coal directly from the source, and I also left this one here. I mean, if they have some surplus coal to deliver here, okay, so I didn't actually destroy it, and I had to change street a little bit around here for that, and I failed to record it. So I just left it, and I just said, okay, I will explain what I did, not a big deal, but important for industry here. It's working, like, let's see, full capacity now, like really well. This one is also working really well. All of them have coal, and that's great. And the coal storage isn't full because we actually had a fire here. Now that fire is put out and coal is coming in, not very fast, but as more and more workers come to work, the production will be higher. As you see, with more workers, production increases and decreases as they go home. So I hope that will kind of be made up for in time. Now, as you see, we don't have awfully lot of money, but it keeps increasing as we trade and sell things, so that's good. But when we get some more money and some more workforce, because we really don't have lots of unemployed people, as you see, I'm going to build a mechanic parts factory, and then I'm going to start farming, and then also make a chemical production chain and plastics and things like that. So we have the chemical research done, so we can actually produce chemicals. But the thing is, I don't want to build a factory right now because we simply don't have a lots of population, don't have enough workers for all of that. For chemical factory, and to make a chemical factory you also need to make, if you don't want to buy resources for it. Look, so where is it? Like okay, it's not here. Is it here? Yes. So for chemical plant to operate without buying resources, you need a gravel mine, you need a wood production factory, you need a farming factory. So you already need lots of factories in order to produce chemicals. So I was thinking, okay, I will first get farming actually done before I get chemicals, because we need crops for chemicals production, and I was planning on like building that industry as well, so we don't buy those resources. But currently no workforce for all of that. And yes, you can also say, well, why don't you expand the city? I'm not sure how good idea is to expand the city when we are a little bit low on cash, you know. So let's wait a little bit, optimize things. Let's see what can be done better before we actually get again on a spending spree to expand the city. And let's think about it. Where can we expand it? I was actually thinking to expand it here in this area. Why? Well, it's a pretty big area and it's empty one, and it's also like close to the industry, so I see no reason why shouldn't we expand the city on that side. Alternatively, we can expand city here, because we already have some infrastructure here, have some schools, some kindergartens, some parkings, some shops, so that we kind of save a little bit of money on all of these things. But wherever we build a new area of city, we need to build another bus station. So this bus station is the furthest, let's say, it can reach about this. So a new bus station would be in the middle, like here, and then completely new suburb would be around it. So That's why I'm hesitant to start now, because it requires a lot of cash. You need to build a bus stations, services, buildings, lots of things. So it's gonna cost like 1 million or something. Little more, little less, give or take. So let's see what is currently happening. Buses are leaving full of workers, or almost full of workers, that's good. Okay. We have a new message. New vehicle type available. Okay, so we have some kind of a new train cart we can buy. Let's see. So what is new here? Track builder, this locomotive. Well, this one is new. It's from this year. Okay. From Romania. Isn't really fast though. Not, but also not really. It's actually pretty expensive. So cargo wagon probably is this thing, and what is it for? It's for cement. Well, I'm not producing cement, neither exported or imported. When I played the first time, this first season I recorded before, I actually wanted to make construction industry completely independent, so I don't have to actually pay for any kind of construction. But it turned out it's not a very good idea, because lots of industry are involved in completely independent construction, like cement, prefab panels, bricks, asphalt, steel, and so on. And when you build all of that, which is not very profitable, by the way, to sell, neither cement or panels are very profitable to sell, it turns out you really need lots of population to work there, and I kind of failed to gather all that workforce I would need, and I figured that it wasn't a very good idea, at least for me. So this season I started off with, like, let's make a city that will work in some profitable industry that we can sell and trade well, such as oil, steel, machinery, things like that. And we are going to use that money to buy everything we need. So I didn't want to buy that, like, I didn't want to make that construction industry, because selling all those things wasn't very profitable. But producing them requires lots of resources, workforce. So for me it wasn't a very good idea. Generally probably can be, depends on how you play. This thing is getting filled up. And what is happening? This train is doing what? He's getting oil. Well, not a lot of bitumen left, but yeah, he can get lots of oil here. That's cool. So he will trade about 50-60,000. That's nice. And this one, he's coming to get steel and bricks. He probably will get full hands of work there. And how's the iron doing? It's completely full. So okay, lots of people are working here. We cannot store or export. Why? Oh, because the storage is full. I forgot. Yes. So all right. And what is refinery doing? Okay. So we can actually try to adjust here, maybe a little bit more people to refinery, a little less to iron mine. After all, we don't want iron mine. We don't want all those 100 workers sitting in iron mine doing nothing. So maybe some of them can actually get here. So we have like 60, 50 workers here, 70, and maybe 100 here or something. These bricks are also getting produced really fast. They're so fast to produce that trucks actually cannot really pick them all up. But as you see also, where are the other trucks? Oh, they're waiting in this unloading. Okay, so these actually can be loaded pretty fast, 4 trucks at once, but only here can be unloaded only 2 at one time. So that's a little bit of a bottleneck there. So it's not the number of trucks. They're waiting here when they're full. So we're not going to add any more trucks to it. But maybe what would be a good idea to add is some kind of unloading area, but they have only that for aggregate, right? I don't know. Maybe that's the fastest as it could be. Okay, this train is, well, it has lots of steel, lots of bricks as well. That's good. So as you see, this is a city of 10,000 people. Now we can actually call it a city, not really only town anymore. And as you see, we have lots of children now, not so many babies. So we're probably going to have rotation in some time. These people are going to get grown up and get their own babies. I wanted to see something about population here. I mean, I'm not sure what is this population citizens. So oh, there it is. So these are workers, okay, and you can recognize the citizens trying to enjoy free time. Okay, so these people are only in their free time. I firstly thought these were some like uneducated guys who can't work. No, they're just in free time. Okay, okay, very good. That's why we have lots of these. So it's not about education, it's their free time. Actually, when you take a look at this, like 3,800 workers and 5,000 people with education, probably including these guys, it means we actually have lots of educated people, not so many uneducated. These are probably babies and children, these 4,000. So that should be good. Lots of TV sets, lots of radios, lots of computers, lots of graduated people. That's awesome. High productivity, high lifespan. Only currently I honestly would like to have a little bit more of a workforce here. And these cities are soon going to get overcrowded. So let's empty them a little bit to the student's house. Okay, we can empty this one for sure. Let's relocate 10 of these guys. Maybe even 20. Oh. 10. So, okay, this still has a lots of empty space. These two. Lots of empty apartments. Oh, here almost everything is full. So let's empty it a little bit. Let's put some people over there to go study. Okay, here it's like okay. Alright, here as well. Last chance to buy this tractor. Well, unfortunately I haven't bought any. Let's buy one. At least as like a legacy old-timer piece, so let's buy one. If it's possible, here to buy it. Oh, it is. Okay, let's get one. Just maybe two, huh? Let's get two. Just for fun. We're going to assign them to the farm later, but let's just have a little bit of these. Why not? Okay, so let's unpause the game so people kind of gather a little bit more money so we can expand our city. Okay, well there is still some free room for people to expand, which is kind of okay. And mostly people are happy. They have a problem with spirituality, but people, there are many churches around. Go and visit them. It's not my fault. Maybe these churches don't work because this is a mod, so maybe this mod isn't working well. But I think it does work well because people were visiting this place quite often. I've seen it, so it works. It's maybe just that somebody who wants a spirituality doesn't have enough free time to go there, and so on. At that moment given, I'm looking at the building. So, oh, this one is full, like completely full. That's not really good. Okay, so do you have any empty space here? Let's empty you as much as possible. So I probably will have to relocate people manually. Lots of students are waiting. Maybe it's time for us to build this university too. But who will work there? We don't actually have lots of unemployed people. So no, let's not build it. Let's use that money in a smarter way. $10,000 people. Let's actually gather a little bit more money so we can actually expand our city, because we probably will have to expand cities soon for existing people to live somewhere. So we're probably not going to import lots of immigrants, but we're going to build like empty town and import people from here manually, or order that automatically to be done. And import a little bit of immigrants, I suppose, and that's it. Let's actually do something with this land then. Let's try to level it at some kind of, it doesn't have to be the same as this, but it has to be the same all around, so it kind of, it is like more convenient to build on it. So let's do that in any acceptable way. Maybe level it like this here. Yep, not bad idea. So I'm going to do that while game is playing itself, while we're getting more money. Actually, let's build it according to the road, like this. Let's prepare this land for a new city. Also, we might do a little bit of a decoration in our city, in our already pre-existing city. These vehicles don't really go in a very big frame rate. I think game isn't really well optimized. Probably some more job can be done there. Probably a lot more job. Can we make our construction company even faster a little bit? Is it like full capacity? I think it is. It is full capacity. Okay, I should have bought bigger one, but never mind. Let's go back to let's say preparing the land. This part of the city is going to be a little bit uphill, but what can we do? I don't have free bulldozers. What? Oh, they need they need fuel. I didn't know they automatically teleport back to get the fuel. Okay, I forgot. Last chance to buy some this thing. I'm not so much into trains, and I don't really want to buy like every train that becomes unavailable, because these train carts and stuff are not so cheap, are a little bit more expensive than cars or tractors. So cars or tractors are kind of okay, let's get this car or a tractor, not very expensive toy to get. But train and train parts, no, I don't want to play with that like that. I don't want to play like that with those things. Do you have enough coal? Yeah, so supply is increasing as mine started working. That's good. One more thing I want to do, I want to also build a little town over here, so I can build fire station over there in a small town, and probably even a farming community maybe up here, which is not bad idea at all, because that's kind of a completely plain terrain and doesn't have any other resource useful. So we can make that farming community there, and also a fire station and a little town for people to live and work as firefighters and maintain any kind of fire here, extinguish that, and then work at farms. So one little town is going to be here, and this town will be expanded here. So did everybody get fuel? Yeah, they did. Alright. So I didn't know that that happens. I never utilized these machines so much. What is on fire now? What's happening? Oh, okay, this will be handled easily by our fire brigade. Let's actually see that. So, is anybody coming from here? Yes, there is one guy. Why only just one guy? Huh. Only that one. Okay, let's see what does he do. Doesn't seem to be a big problem of the fire. Oh, pretty easy stuff. That's why only one team. Okay, good. So, do people have any problems with kindergartens? No, not anymore. Quite not, actually. What about schools? Any problems with schools? Here, no. Here, no. Here, no. So, that's pretty much great. So, probably soon we are going to get the bulk of our workforce ready. As you see, 4,000 workers almost. But also lots of children. Okay, so let's go back to working our terrain. Okay, now this is going to be a little bit mountainous, but everything here else is going to be perfectly ready for our city to build. Little extension of our city, let's say. Okay, that is pretty much prepared. Let's prepare maybe this part as well. Let's make it high as this. Well, we found raise a little bit more money. Okay, I'm not really in the mood anymore for this. Alright, let's just leave it for now. This station has lots of fuel, that's good. What about this one? It is full as well, so that's good. These fuel truck delivery cisterns, they're doing their work. There it is. Okay, so lots of people are graduating, lots of people are getting education, that's really nice. Do we have some free space here? Not really a lot. Let's free up some of the buildings. This one can be freed up a little bit. We actually could start making a new, let's say, new part of the city and relieve some of these buildings here, so new people can move in, be born, and so on. Or we're going to have a population crisis if we don't do that. So also we're going to need one hospital probably, because we have lots of people. Well, you know what, let's start with that. Let's start making the new city area. Let's do a save game first. Not save as, but just save. Alright, so let's start with that. So save the game. And let's start with the new area. So, can you visit your local bus station? You probably can. Okay, that's good. So new bus station might be somewhere in the middle. So we want it to be somewhere here. Let's kind of connect these two ends of the streets before we do that. Let's connect them like this. Can we connect them in a little nicer way, please? Maybe like from here? No, that's difficult to do. So here, please. No, we don't want to do that. Let's connect everything from here. Still, bring this part of the street a little bit here and a little bit here, and then just. But nah. Let's try to do that like this. Oh, that's pretty good. Here, great. And you of course build this using rubles. So here we're going to build a bus station and other things, services and whatnot. So is level nice? Yes, it should be nice. And let's let one more street somehow. Actually, let's upgrade this one to be up to the spec with this. And this one we can leave like that for now. Do we even we need to do a little bit of upgrading here as well, so let's do that. Let's upgrade this to be like have a sidewalk, be up to spec with everything, up to this parking lot, I suppose. But probably later this also lane is going to have to be upgraded. And should we connect something here? Well, we could. Which requires a little bit of engineering, but we should connect it like this. Let's see how possible is that. We have to break this, and also these here connections. So let's check, can we get to road here? We could, I suppose. Let's see. So far so smooth. Yep, that's going to be a problem as I expected. Good. Okay, so let's restore these walking paths and electricity thing. Okay, that was pretty smooth actually. And electricity is restored as well. So we actually have one school, kindergartens, some kind of playing grounds, parkings here. So that's going to help us, let's say, in developing this area. We also have let's say, one connection for electricity, 2 connections. So we are going to have to build one more bus station here, probably. So let's connect things like this. Can we do that? Is it doable? No. I don't want to do this to the terrain around, so just make these things smaller, please. And then if we can try to just somehow pull that down from here up. Good, pretty good. Okay, so this is going to be our new suburban area, urban area, whatever you want to call it. And we might also make it a little like, let's try that. So let's try to put some monument here in the middle. Maybe Lenin, or Hammer and Sickle, or this, or no, one more star, not. Lenin is a good option, I suppose. There it goes, Mr. Lenin. Let's try to do something else. I mean, I could just leave it like, it's simpler to just leave it like it was, but this is more fun. You have to admit that this is more fun, right? This is going to be tough to do it like that. You're going to have to do it like this. Really, man? Psst, it has to be curved a little bit on the one side. Okay, it's pretty decent. There it goes, real Soviet style thing. Alright. So what more do we want to do? A bus station, of course, kind of one of the more important things in a game, transportation, honestly, because how else these people can get to work and earn the money, right? So let's try to build something. Bus station, bus station. Shall we build like a huge one? Or smaller one? Maybe a smaller one is just enough. If we build a huge one, that's the huge one. Small one is okay, I suppose. So let's build it like here. Probably the best place to do that is there, yep. Probably. This part wasn't really a good idea. Slightly better. So there it goes, a bus station. And what should we also build in the middle? Well, some kind of retail place. Let's build one more shopping mall, but let's build a smaller one this time, because we really don't need so big shopping mall as we did before. So let's build a small shopping center. We can build it like on this side, or on the same side as this. Or maybe on this side. That's maybe slightly better idea even. There it goes. Okay. And of course we do want to have one more cinema here, so oh. Let's connect it with the street right away. Goes. Okay, so people can buy things here, people can have a culture here, people can go to this station, pretty much same as over here. Oh yes, a pub. Let's build one pub somewhere here. Almost forgot about that. So, shopping places, cinema checked, pub. Can we fit pub here? That would be awesome. We can. Great. Here, maybe like this. It would be even nicer a little bit. No, well, let's fit it like this. Never mind. So there goes the pub. There is a pub. Okay, great. What more? Sports centers, we're going to move them on a side. City hall, we don't really need one more city hall. This is the same city, yes. Just another suburban area. So how much this cost already? So we built like small shopping center. Not really expensive. Cinema 30,000. Small bus platform. Okay, all this isn't really expensive. Hospital. I was thinking of building one more hospital, to be honest. How big reach does this hospital have? Does it reach this part of the city? It does. So no need for another hospital here on it. Let's be honest. No need. And you see these hospital's cars are kind of 3 of them are here, so not many patients are treated, so let's not build hospital yet. New fire station here? No. But there in the oil fields, yeah, yes, definitely. What more? So fire station, radio station also not here. Hospital, TV station, car dealer, city hall. Well, basically that's it. For now, that's it. Maybe a parking lot. Parking lot in the center would be a good idea, but we can also put it like on the side a little bit. So, what more? Education, universities, halls of residence, medical university. We're going to build that over there, so people will go study there. That's it. Okay. Food and crops, things, engineering industry, mod. What do we have here? Okay, gas stations will also come. Stadium, maybe some gymnasium for sport could be here in the city center. A school maybe, that would be a good idea, kindergarten. Well, let's build some homes around, shall we? So let's see which ones shall we pick, the same ones as before? Or maybe something a little else. That's worth thinking about too. Maybe we can, what do we have in a mod about it? These are kind of very big for my taste. They kind of block the view. I don't like them very much. Though, to be honest, we could fit some of them here. That would be a decent idea if you ask me. Because lots of people can be fit there. And these 129 stories, huh. This also isn't really a bad idea. Okay, decent idea. This one is definitely too high. It really blocks the view to anything, so I'm not really likely to put these anywhere. 4-story building, gymnasium, large power station, biofuel, transformer. Well, okay, maybe just this is something I would like to use eventually somewhere here. Let's say summer or something. Or maybe these blue ones, whatever, yellow ones. We might actually build one over here, but let's see what should we build before it. So here in this area. Something not so tall, definitely. Maybe should we go with this one again? Maybe only the city core. And should we get citizens now? We should maybe use the relocation citizens, huh? Yeah, randomly move citizens from existing buildings to the new built flats. That could be a good idea. maybe we can build this one. You know what, let's try to fit this one here, why not again? One of them. Maybe this one will be slightly more interesting. Well, you know what, let's go with a little more interesting thing to build currently. Let's build this building here and one more behind it like this. Connecting it with street will be a little bit of a problem. So maybe like this. Or maybe even like this. Not a bad idea. And one more like here. That's a decent idea. So 3 of these buildings will get some citizens relocated from the original city. Okay, now let's build one here. The big one I was talking about. Let's pick a blue color, why not? And let's get some new citizens. How much room will we have there for the street? I hope enough. Looks cool. Oh yeah, so we will get new citizens there definitely. And in these 2 we're going to empty some of the existing buildings. And then let's add some more here buildings. So actually let's expand this street first because it needs expanding. Like here. Good. Great. Can we pull this somewhere? No, I thought this is going to be a problem a little bit. Yep. Maybe not. It is going to be a problem, but fortunately we don't have to connect like all exits from one building. So that's kind of cool. Settled. And then well, more buildings on this side, I suppose. Should we build something like this now? Not a bad idea if you ask me. And let's also move in from some more people from existing buildings. Or maybe we should build like this. Yep, even better idea if you ask me. So we can extend the street behind this building and add one more right there. So that's kind of a good idea. I think so. So let's just do this and just put one more building over there. With some new citizens. There he goes. You can even put one more behind. No, we won't be able to fit one there. But we can fit something smaller. We can fit this one. Actually, we can't. Okay, how about this one? No. Ooh. Smaller one even? No. I could say. Okay, lots of these things like... What about this long one? Probably not. Well, okay, for now nothing. Maybe then something else will be there. Maybe this smaller one. Let's try to fit. Probably this isn't going to work. What about this one for 32 people? No. Basically nothing from here wants to fit. Okay, this is where we resort to other things. So, okay, something that's not so rickety. Maybe this? No. This? Likely not. Kind of nothing wants to fit there. Not even these smaller buildings. Look at that. Oh, this one could fit. It was able to fit at some point. Come on. There it goes. Let's squeeze it in. It's really rickety, but that's the only thing that wants to fit in, so why not? We also need some very cheap housing sometimes, right? There it goes. Attaboy. Actually, I don't want to get citizens here. Let's make this empty and bring some Africanos later. Just for the fun of it. Oh, come on. You see this lack of optimization. Okay. So let's build completely empty place here. So let's get no citizens or whatever. Let's just build it. There it goes. Okay, so we have cinema, we have shops, we don't have schools and kindergartens, but we are going to build some of these as well. Let's finish these apartments. So can everybody walk here? Yeah, everything is even pretty close. Cool. So schools and kindergartens are something that we're going to build here. You know, in the end of the... So let's try to do something about it. Let's try to connect this street with this here, not really possible. Well, that's a little bit of a problem. Oh, there it goes. So we brought some people from where they used to live, which will definitely disrupt like everything a little bit. It's going to disrupt work and so on. You see some more unemployed people because this like work routine was interrupted. But we emptied here these buildings a little bit, and we should empty them a lot more. So let's get citizens from here. Yes, we should empty these buildings too. Okay. We should do a little bit more emptying of all these places. So let's do that. Let's borrow citizens from where we already have them. Get citizens from already existing places. Let's build one more row of buildings. If it's possible, we resort to small buildings. Well, smaller buildings now. This long one, can we build one of these here? Does it fit? Not really. We can make one of these bricks, why not? Just for fun of it again. No, we can't really build that. But we can build this. This is probably okay, huh? Is it? It is. There he goes. And here a school and a kindergarten probably is a good idea. We can squeeze some houses here. We probably will squeeze something here. So can you visit all of these places? Like, yes, you can, clearly. Okay, good. So let's add here a school, which we forgot about. Here, can we add here a school, please? No, what about here? Well, we could, but we cannot really connect it to the street, can we? Ooh. Okay, so school then here, I suppose. Please. Oh, there is a school. Let's kind of connect this supply lane here with this stuff. And then a school. Now it starts to mix industry a little bit with leaving residential areas, but what can I do? This is a socialist republic, so we're going to do things as we like them. Maybe we can put a school here, so they can kind of look at what's their future. I suppose that's a good idea. One school here, one school there. I guess. Possible. Possible like this. Maybe squeeze a school here, why not, for that matter. Yeah, why not? So there are two schools there, you can choose whatever you want to go to. Let's start to squeeze in one kindergarten. Can we at least squeeze that thing here? We can, that's good. Okay. So... There it goes. One more here. Is it possible? Doable? Not really. But we definitely can squeeze one over here, right? Can we? Oh, there it goes. Great. And that's a yes. Okay, now do these places have power? Missing staff. What power you have? Ooh, lots of power substations here. Everybody has power, that's nice. We don't have to bother with that a lot, which is really cool. Like, awesome. So schools, oh, let's build a gym or places where people can go to play football. Maybe here we will be able to place a football playground or something. Maybe that can be placed here? No? No? Really, man? Sure. Maybe tennis? No. Well, why not? Can we place one here? Definitely not. But here, definitely yes. Should we? Can we, Mom, please? Well, why not? Good. Let's put a little bit of a gym somewhere. Gym. Where is the gym? Where is the gym? Really? Hello, gymnasium? Hello? Oh, there it is. Not many places where we can actually put this thing, except maybe here, which is unfortunate. It's a pretty good place for a building. Well, you know what, let's just leave it for now. There are a few football playgrounds. Too big incline over there, okay. Well, you know what, for now it seems to be good, quite good actually. Let's actually build some more bus lines to go to the other cities, but we are going to do all that in the next episode. Thank you very much for being here and watching all this, and see you in the next one. This one is already pretty long. Bye, have a good day.